to the Lazy Handle Show. I'm your host, Katrina. For today's episode, I'm going to be doing the pros and cons on 10 ends versus 8 ends. Today's shout out goes to Long Island Curling Club in Long Island, New York. I will also be showing you my interview that I did with TJ Cole, part of the Nigerian Curling Federation. So, if you didn't know, recently in the curling world, they've been having a huge debate on whether the Olympics and the World Championships should be going to 8 ends. Now, the World Curling Federation had their yearly meeting, and they were going to vote on whether they should move to 8 ends. But they deferred that vote for a year to gather more information about the subject. So I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the subject. So, 2 less commercial breaks for TSN. I'm not sure if TSN wants 2 less commercial breaks. Maybe they do. I don't know TSN, but all I know is that would be 2 less commercial breaks, and I don't know if TSN is up to that. Maybe they do want to change, maybe they don't. Players like 8 ends. So in most of my interviews, I do this rapid fire thing where I ask the players, do you prefer 10 ends or 8 ends? And a lot of them say 8 ends, and Tracy Fleury is one of the few that say 10 ends. But then again, she also is up to doing the 6 rock rule, so she's clearly up to doing anything. So that means she has a very positive attitude towards 10 ends, and some players don't. Now, better teams win more often if the games are longer. Now, I think that's really important because Grand Slams, 8 ends, okay, maybe not the best team doesn't win all the time. So, and the Grand Slams aren't even as important as the Brier, the Scotties, or the Olympics. But you want the best team to win to represent your country at the Worlds, to represent your country at the Olympics. You want the best team to win. So I think that's really important for the Scotties and the Brier and the World Championships, Olympics, all of those big events. And then, crazy idea, 9 ends. I mean, just throwing it out there, it's probably not going to happen. It's just a crazy idea to throw out there. I mean, for 9 ends, like, there wouldn't be an even amount, like the even amount hammer. So, but including all the steals and the blank ends, it's the same if they play 10 or 8 ends, so it wouldn't really matter. And you never know, maybe players wouldn't blank the first end, right? So the game would change a lot if they went to 9 ends, I think. And then 3 games in one day. I know when the men, for men's tiebreakers, they play a game in the morning and then they go to quarterfinals and then semifinals. That's 3 games for 8 ends. I'm not exactly sure if they've ever played 3 games, 10-3 game. 3 games played 10 ends, but it's just something to throw out there because it could change too, right? And then Curling Canada could have different rules, right? So just because World Curling Federation decides to go to 8 ends doesn't mean Curling Canada has to either. So that would be 10 ends for Scotties and Brier, which are 2 really important events. Like when Russ Howard came up with that idea to do the 3 rock rule and World Curling Federation went to the 4 rock rule, they had different rules then. So Curling Canada doesn't have to follow whatever World Curling Federation does. So the last thing is 10 ends equals 20% more curling, which I like. So I like to see lots of curling, and I think it makes the game a lot more interesting when there are 10 ends because it's more aggressive. Everything's just bigger and better. A lot of people want the games to be shorter, but for me, I want them to be longer. So my vote is 10 ends. So there, you got one vote there. So yeah, you can comment down below if you have different ideas. But now for TJ Cole's interview. Welcome back to the Lazy Handle Show. I'm your host, Katrina. I'm here in Moncton, New Brunswick at the Curl Moncton camp, here with TJ Cole from the Nigerian Curling Federation. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. It's been a lot of fun.
That's great. So how did the Nigerian programs program start in Nigeria?
Well, our program started about almost 2 years ago. It was kind of a mutual interest. There was a group of us that are Nigerian that wanted to participate in curling. There was a group of people wanting to form a curling federation, and the two of us, all of us got together and we created the federation and began training.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
So how are you trying to promote the Nigerian curling?
Well, we promote Nigerian curling in a lot of different ways. First of all, we participate in the World International Curling. We have a team, a men's team, a mixed team, and a mixed doubles team, and we've got to perform in the World Championships back in April, and we were fortunate enough to win a match, which was really good for our country because we are first country from Africa to have a curling program, and we are the first sub-Saharan country with no ice to win at the World Championships. So it's been exciting and a lot of fun for us, and so now our young people are doing dry curling.
Wow, that's fantastic. What's your favorite part about curling?
I love the multi-dimensional facets of curling. As a curler yourself, you'll know that you not only have athleticism when you're sweeping and doing those things, you have strategy, you have counter strategy, you have teamwork, you have communication. Curling is an ultimate sport for people who like multifaceted, multi-levels of competition.
And now I'm going to do rapid fire, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you just pick one of the two options.
Okay.
So heads or tails?
Tails.
Red rocks or yellow rocks?
Yellow rocks.
10 ends or 8 ends?
10 ends. I need all the time as possible.
5 rock rule or 4 rock rule?
5 rock rule.
Up one without or down one with the hammer?
Up one without.
Cats or dogs?
Ooh. Ooh. Cats.
And hamburger or pizza?
Hamburger.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Oh, and we have a GoFundMe page. Remember, everyone, Nigeria has no ice, no equipment, no anything. So all donations to the GoFundMe page helps us train our World Juniors for next year, our Paralympics, and support our team.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed my interview with TJ Cole, and again, make sure you go to that GoFundMe page for TJ Cole because they're going to try build a curling club in Nigeria. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you go to that GoFundMe page. It'll be somewhere down in that description, so make sure you go to it. And make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye!